I have opened up a project that I created using the Vue CLI and the Webpack Simple template. I removed the existing template, styles and such, so that we have an empty project as our starting point. I included jQuery and Bootstrap's JavaScript library within the index.html file, as we are going to need that, and I also installed the moment.js library with npm. The application builds on a template that I found online, and although I manipulated some of the CSS styles and part of the markup, I understand that it's nowhere near perfect, so please don't pay attention to the HTML markup and styles, but instead the Vue part of things. Okay, so let's start out by creating the components that we'll need for our views. We'll need 7 components for now. We'll add the more specialized ones as we go along. I won't add the markup that we need for the components, because we're going to do that as we go along in the upcoming lectures. Instead, I will just add h1 elements with the names of the components so that we can identify them. First, I will add a sidebar component. So within the src directory, I'll add a sidebar.vue file. And just enter a template with an h1 element saying sidebar. And I'll just go ahead and add a script where I export a default object. And actually I'll just cut this out for a moment, make a copy, because we're going to need that in a moment. And next I'll add the send, important and trash components. So first, the send.vue file. And I'll paste in what I copied before and type send here. And then the importance component, so important.vue, and again just change the headline. And next is the trash.vue file, like so. Now that we have most of the views that we need, I will add the component that is going to be responsible for dynamically displaying the correct view, namely the content component. I will add the appropriate markup in a later lecture. So for now, let's just add the file. So content.vue. And again, paste the markup in and write content. And next it's time to add a component for displaying the inbox. So again, the same thing. Inbox.vue. And lastly, a component for displaying a single message. And this is going to be the view message component. So view message.vue. And the same as always. And those were the components that we need for now. Let's now start to implement the sidebar component.